Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about the evolution of the mill squat program, the basis of strength heavy club swinging program. People who follow this channel know that the mill squat program is our heavy club basics program. There are 3 levels in this program, 5 movements. You are supposed to practice each level with each weight that you possess, and your goal is 50 pounds for men, basic goal. For ladies, 30 pounds. That program has always been meant to be the short version of this program, which I have now been working on for several years. I started writing this program about 10 years ago, and I have used this program to train actors and stuntmen and circus performers around the world. This is my most important program, and I've been working on editing it and getting it out for the last 2 years at least. It is a big program. Instead of 3 levels, it will contain 7 levels. Instead of 5 movements, it will contain 8 movement families. 3 times 5 is 15 movement patterns. 7 times 8 is 56 movement patterns. So that is nearly 4 times bigger than this program. That is by design. We have more movement families. So there are lunging families of movement. There are hunter's lunge families of movement. There's still not a lot foot movement in this program. There will not be a lot of shuffling drills or anything like that, because once again, this program is fundamentally a strength training program. A strength training program that you can do absolutely anywhere. Always the goal of things that I design. You don't need an Olympic lifting platform. You don't need an Olympic bar. You don't need 400 pounds worth of weights. You don't need a gym. This could be done in a 5th floor walk-up in New York City, which I always talk about because I have a friend who lives there. He trains this way as well, and with equipment that is very portable. Same goals as with this one. The goal of this program is to complete all 7 levels, the 8 movement families, all the way up with all the weights you possess to 50 pounds for men to, let's say, 30 pounds for the ladies, depending on frame size, of course. So this program is approximately 4 times as long as this program. This is a multi-year program. Real strength training programs should be multi-year programs. And there's a lot of complexity in here. The program focuses on the stuff that barbells don't do. Lots of rotation, very hard to do effectively with a barbell. It focuses on the stuff that's not often covered in kettlebells, although this stuff is becoming more common in kettlebells. Even if you know these movement patterns with kettlebells, training them with clubs is an entire different thing because the length of the lever affects your body in an entirely different way. And dumbbells cannot replicate this. There's simply not enough leverage for dumbbells to replicate this. If you have the 8X adjustable club system, then there's absolutely no way you can fail with this program because you could start with a lightweight and you could repeat it, adding small increments forever until you get up to 50 pounds. And there's an add-on kit, which is hard to get your hands on right now because of steel availability and production availability. But eventually this program will go up to 80 pounds. That's what this is designed for. It's designed to run anywhere from 3.5 pounds for people who are injured or older, who've had back surgery or knee surgery, and they can add a small amount of weight, focus on standing all the way up and focus on their rotation, regain lost ranges of movement, restore the way that the human body should move, and then make you stronger and stronger and stronger. And that is the idea of this program, to give everybody in the world of all populations a program that they can start on with a lightweight and progress through, doing it 2 to 3 times a week, depending on their schedule, and go up for years at a time. Strength training programs should take years. When you use heavy clubs, you will affect your tendons and your ligaments because of torsion and traction. Any sport that you do can be covered by this program. Absolutely any sport. Running, distance running, tennis, circus performance, anything. Even if you were an Olympic lifter, running this program twice a week would make your life entirely better. That is the point of it. That is the point of the design. It's very nerdy, I know. We have one thing I want to mention. I shot this program a bunch of different places. The mountains of Colorado. I shot some of it in Washington State. I shot some of it in the desert of California, a lot of outside environments, because we're trying to drive home the point that you don't need a fancy gym, you don't need fancy clothes in order to be strong, in order to live a good and healthy life. You can just go outside wherever you're at, not travel, save all your travel time, and do a good, solid, well-designed scientific program anywhere you're at. I messed up one thing. In the follow-alongs, so there are follow-along videos, you hit play, you follow along, you write down your data in your notebook, you get better no matter what. I messed up level 2, exercise 6. The most important exercise, I think it's the two-handed shield cast. I corrupted these files from 2 camera angles. Don't know how I did it, but I managed to do it. I managed to keep all other 56 files. I managed to keep 56 explanation videos all good. For some reason, somehow, I messed this one up. So this video is not going to match. So be aware, in level 2, there is going to be an abrupt shift between 5 beautiful mountains, 6, it's going to be an Ohio field, 7 beautiful mountains. Can't help it. I can't fix it in After Effects. I don't have the skill set to do it, but we're going to release it anyway because I'm not going to drive all the way back 2,000 miles to find that exact same spot and shoot it again, because there's no way I'll be able to match the lighting or the background to do it properly. This program is designed to move people from unconscious incompetence, where most people in the world live. They don't know why they're in pain. They don't know what to do about it. Unconscious, they don't understand it. Incompetence, they're not competent at moving, therefore they have pain and a bunch of other things. To conscious competence. That's what we're trying to get for everybody. Unconscious competence is what people who started training when they were really young have. Like ballerinas are unconsciously competent for the most part. They're super good at ballet, but they couldn't really explain to you the learning process because they've done it for so long, 18 years, that they might not be able to articulate it well, unless of course they're a teacher, and then they have to articulate it better. Most people who play sports from a very young age fall into this unconscious competent category. Most people who were very athletic in high school and played a bunch of sports, they're able to do a lot of things, but they might not understand how or why they learned it. And then as people age, they move towards unconscious incompetence, where they start to add up injuries and they start to go into pain and they break down, and they call it getting old, and they don't quite understand why. Our goal is to move people towards conscious incompetence. They understand that their body doesn't rotate one direction very well. They understand that one foot's not pointed straight ahead. And then they become consciously competent when they start to pay attention to all the coaching cues, align their body with intention for every rep of every movement. And over time, they balance out their body with the most basic human movements: heavy club swinging, casting patterns, and rotation. And then they can learn to articulate it to other people over time. Consciously competent. They understand how to fix their own breathing and their movement, and then they are able to carry it out, and then potentially at some point become instructors themselves and pass on knowledge to help make the world a better place. Mill Squat program is the short version. 3 levels, 5 movements. Basis of strength, 7 levels, 8 movements. Huge program, approximately 4 times as long. Designed for the 8X weight system. You could use whatever clubs you have, but you have to be able to have straight arms and swing laterally below your waist without crutching your toes. You could do it with a mace if you were really good, but it might fall apart when you're doing casting patterns. If you hold a mace in the middle, when you rotate, you might clock yourself in the head. Be aware of that. It is designed for heavy clubs. The goal is 50 pounds. We're trying to make everybody consciously competent so that we can remove people's pain. We want people to be able to train anywhere, and we want it to be economical so that they don't have to spend thousands of dollars on equipment. They can buy one thing or a series of even heavy clubs and get what they want out of training. This program is, of course, supposed to nest with other types of training. You should do this 2 to 3 days a week. Most people will do it 2 days a week, and then they will run other programs other days a week. You could run kettlebell swings 2 days a week, kettlebell clean and press 2 days a week. You could run kettlebell Turkish get up 2 days a week. You could run basis of strength 2 days a week. That's already 8 workouts a week that would focus on all your athletic attributes for a very small amount of money. Some of them you will have to stack up. You might stack, say, swings and clean and press in the same day, because Turkish get up is also in this range of length. I think it's 28 minutes, right? 28 minutes? It's 28 minutes long. This one's 32 minutes long. This is 20 minutes long. All these programs are designed as our classic Tetris of training puzzle pieces so that people can pick and choose based on length, available space, and available equipment and still get everything that they want to restore basic human movement and athleticism, bringing back pain-free activities to their life, and generally make the world a better place. We will continue to talk about this program. We are going to start doing a new playlist series of heavy club swinging where we will be teaching heavy club swinging as if it's private training. It is not the same as the basis of strength. There's crossover, but the teaching methods between these two ideas are different. The goal is to get as much information out there, tell everybody how and why we design things so people can understand it, and then we will move forward with super nerdy economical engineering training.